Hello, my dear students. Surprised to see me in your class? Actually, your subject teacher is not well. So, I am going to teach you today moral science. And I think this is the first class with you. Uh, the name of the book is Living in Harmony, and we normally call it as moral science. Right, children? So, today I'll try my best to teach you the way you expect from other teachers. So let us do chapter number 1. The name of the topic is self-control. So I think you all know about self-control. So but still I would like to tell you more about self-control, and a small story is also given over here that also I am going to read it out for you. So I think you can see the picture behind me, the elephant on the ball. Okay. So what do you think? What do you think Mr. Elephant is saying to himself when he is on the ball? So definitely he might be saying focus, focus, focus. As a question to you, what do you think will happen if he lets his mind wander and think about bananas? So definitely, my dear, if he wanders, then definitely he will fall down from the ball. Okay, he is on the ball, so definitely if he loses his control and if his concentration is diverted towards bananas, then definitely he is going to fall down. So what we learn from elephant, that we need to focus on a particular work whenever we are doing it. Okay, children, so self-control should be there. What is the meaning of self-control? Controlling yourself, right? You are doing some very important work, and on the other side fruits are there, sweets are there, and definitely you are tempted to go and have that one, but at the same time you cannot do work. So definitely first of all you must focus on the work which you are doing, and after completing that work you can have all those things. Okay, so that is what the picture talks about. The elephant is concentrating, or he is focusing more on the ball. So if he loses his mind, if he loses his control, if he loses his self-control and run towards having bananas, then definitely he will fall down. Okay, my dear children. So when you do your homework, focus on your work. Don't let your mind wander and think about burgers, ice creams, or games. But if you let your mind wander, you cannot do your task. If you let your mind wander, you will lose the race. What can you do if your mind wanders? What you have to do when your mind is wandering, unable to concentrate on the present work? Very simple, bring it back. What you have to do? Close your eyes, take a deep breath. This way you can do it, okay? And let it out. Do this for a few minutes. Take a breath, let it out, and do this for a few minutes. Now come back to your work. So normally children, they don't face this type of problem. The parents, they had a lot of tension, they face all these problems, concentration problem and all, but doesn't matter. You kids can also do it. Sometime you are given a homework, and on the other side you are playing video games and all, mobile games and all. Okay, your friend is waiting on the other side, so your concentration is there, your mind is there on your mobile, so you cannot do your work, homework and other thing. Sometime mommy calls you, beta aao nasta kar lo, but you are not at all interested to have your breakfast properly, because your mind is wandering there, what is happening in the game, right? Your friends are waiting outside, your concentration is there, you're wondering what you are going to do, how you're going to play the games and all. So when your mind wanders, it is a trouble for you, my dear. So what you have to do, you have to bring back your focus back to the present work. Close your eyes, take a long breath, okay, then let it out. Do this for a few minutes and then come back to your work. So that is how we control ourselves. Self control is very, very important, my dear. Okay, now let us start with the small story given over here. The best mind. The heading is the best mind. So long ago in China, a great teacher had 4 bright students: Li, Chao, Ming and Chang. 4 students. Each of the four thought that he was the brightest and the best student. One day the teacher decided to test them. He told them, "You must not speak at all for 2 days." The teacher asked them and wanted them to follow. You are not allowed to speak for 2 days. You have to remain silent for 2 days. You have to remain silent for how many days? 2 days and night. 2 days and night. The one who passes this test will surely be the one with the best mind. All the four students thought that it was very easy test, though a bit strange type of test. On the first day they went about their work silently. The first day work was as usual, very silent. They did not talk, they remained silent. So this way the day went by quickly, and soon it was night. Day passed, night also passed. So they lit a candle and sat silently by its light. They lit a candle was lit over there. So it is there in the picture, you can see. Okay, it was lit and four of them were sitting around silently. They were not talking to each other. Lee was thinking about the future. So when they were silent, what they were doing? Lee was thinking about the future and Chow about the past. Ming was reading a book and Chang was busy writing a letter, but they were silent. Remember, the teacher has only told them to remain silent for 2 days and night. They can do their work as usual, but they have to remain silent. Okay, so Lee was thinking about the future, Chow was thinking about the past, Ming was reading a book and Chang was busy writing a letter. Suddenly the candle went out. Suddenly the candle went out. "Oh no, the candle is out," shouted Lee. See over here, they were to remain silent. Suddenly the candle went out. So Lee shouted, "The candle is out." "You have lost, you talked," laughed Ming. Ming said, "You lost, you talked," because he shouted, "No, the candle is out." So that means he has lost. "Ha ha, so did you, Ming," said Chow. Chow also said, "You also lost. You also lost." "Hey, I am the winner," Chang shouted. Chang shouted, "Hey, I am the winner. I was the last to break the silence." Chang said, "I am the last one to break the silence." All of them looked at the teacher. Now what is the decision now? "None of you have passed the test," said the teacher. The teacher said, "None of you have passed the test. Even you, Chang. Even Chang, you spoke when you should have been silent. Chang, you also spoke when you should have been silent." What you all lack, do you know, my dear? Lack of self-control. You all lack self-control. To do well in life, you must not only study well, but you must also have self-control. To do well in life, my dear, it is not that you must only study. It is not that if you study then everything is okay. No. One thing you must keep in mind, that is self-control. So self-control is one of the biggest, we can say, that control that it keeps our life properly under the right track. Did you understand, my dear children? Small story to remain silent. So they could have remained silent. The test was all about to remain silent for 2 days and night. But you see here, for small thing, for silly thing, they lost the test. But the moral we get it from this test is that teacher has told them to remain silent. So why can't they remain silent? Because they lost their self control. They lost their self control. So my dear, as you grow up, you people right now are in class 4. As you grow up, there will be many situations in life, my dear. You have to use self control. Life will go on changing, and in each and every phases of your life, my dear, what is to be remembered, my dear? Self control. You have to have a proper self-control. You have to control. You must have control over your mind and body. Nobody is going to control your life. You have to control your life. You have to decide what is good, what is bad for me. Right now you all are at home. Mobile phones are given to you by your parents. But in spite of doing the work, in spite of watching the tutorial, in spite of doing the noting down the homework in your copies, if you sit somewhere in the corner and play video games, my dear, you are fooling your parents, my dear. Don't do so. Mobile phones are given to you for your studies, my dear. Parents, they have given phone to you so that you can study. But if you fool them by playing games on the corner, hiding yourself and all, when mama comes and says, what are you doing, beta? Mummy, I'm watching the video. I'm watching, or I'm reading the text, or I'm doing my homework. So don't do it, my dear. So mobile is there. So what you have to do? You have to control yourself. No, I have to use this phone only for my study purpose. So the control is there within you. You have to control yourself. You have to control yourself. Yes, mobile is there. I'll study. I'll use this mobile only for my study purpose. I'll do my work. I'll do my homework. I'll watch the tutorials sent by my teachers, and then I'll give it back to my parents. Yeah, of course, play games, no problem. But whenever you are permitted by your parents, it doesn't mean that in the name of study you are playing games. Don't do so, my dear. If I come to know, I'll come out of this screen and snatch your mobile. Be careful. I'm very dangerous. Okay. So watching, you must be watching yourself. You must watch yourself. So as you grow up, there will be many situations when you will have to use self-control. You will have to watch what you eat, what you say, and how you behave at home and in public. Before you say, you have to think. Before you go out, you have to think. Okay, before you talk in public, you have to think. Okay, before you behave in the public, you have to think. Everything you have to do it, and that is possible when you have proper self-control. Self-control. So my dear children, self-control is a kind of discipline you give to yourself. Self-control is a kind of discipline which you give to yourself. The more you practice it, the better you will become at it. More you practice, you will become more better on it, my dear. Did you understand? So what I am trying to say? Okay, children. So this is all about from a very small topic. Okay. So it is all about, first we started with the elephant on the ball. Focus, focus, focus. You must focus on your work. Then I read a very small story. The name of the story was The Best Mind. And the entire chapter is all about self-control. Entire story and the chapter and the moral is all about self-control. Okay, children. Now, let me tell you a few more things. I think you will, you'll definitely understand it. When do you use your cycle brakes? I think many of you had that means you have cycles at home. You have do you ride cycles, guys? Okay. So when you want to stop the cycle from going into the wrong direction, what do you do? When you are on the cycle, when you want to stop the cycle from going into the wrong direction, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? We just apply brakes. We just apply brakes. So self-control is like the brakes in your life. Self-control is a brakes in your life. Okay? You use it to stop, think, make a choice. For example, if your mother says, don't eat any biscuits before dinner. Mother says, don't eat any biscuits before dinner. But you feel like having a few. Then you should put the brakes on yourself. Mother said, no biscuits before dinner, but you want to have it. So what you have to do? Put a brake. Yes, I'm not going to have it before dinner. So you have to do it. Okay, you should have enough self-control to not reach into the biscuit tin. Control yourself. Biscuit tin is there? No, I don't want to go there. Okay, so self-control helps you to be disciplined. When you have homeworks to do, self-control tells you to switch off the TV. We have self-control. No TV. Switch off the TV. First of all, complete your homework. Self-control tells you to put away your clothes and toys before bedtime. It tells you to get things ready for the next day. Keep everything ready for the next day. Self control, everything properly. Just like in school, routines are there, time is there. After each period, teacher comes. Everyone comes on time. So self control is very important value to practice in the classroom, at home, and among friends. We must practice in classroom also, at home also, and among our friends. Just look good manners. Just like good manners, self-control is also a habit you can develop. Like good manners you develop among yourself. Your parents tell you behave properly, learn some good manners. So along with other manners and good habits, my dear, learn to practice self-control in your life. So self-control is also a habit you can develop. The more you practice it, the better you become at it. Okay? Having self-control makes you happier person. Having self-control makes you happier person. It helps you to stop and think before you act and speak. It helps you to do things on time and to think of other before yourself. You have complete control on your life. So definitely there is no need to worry. Who is controlling your life? You are controlling. Who is controlling my life? I am controlling my life. Nobody else can control my life. What I have to do, what I have to decide, everything I have to decide. Okay. Junk foods are not good for health. So I must avoid it. But just for test, I want to have it. No, just once or twice, it's okay. But don't make it as a habit. So avoid junk food, my dear student. Avoid junk food. Eat food. Eat food. Okay. So it's all about self-control, control yourself. That is self-control. Okay. So learn. That means learn to control yourself. Practice self-control in your life. Okay. From now onward, if you control yourself properly, in near future you won't face any problem. And one more thing, keep it in mind, my dear. Having self-control makes you a happier person. Makes you a happier person. Okay, children. So, my dear children. Okay. So, few questions are there. I think you can do it as your homework also. Okay. I'll give you at the. I'll just click the questions and send it to you. You can do it. Okay. Okay. Now, it's all about the chapter is over. Okay. Now, okay, children. So this is all about from this chapter. I think you understood the chapter well. So if you understood the chapter well, please comment, okay, in the comment box. So hopefully in the next class, your subject teacher Sapan sir, if not Sapan sir, then Madan sir will teach you moral science. So till then, please have control over your life. Self-control is very, very important. Okay, keep yourself far away from mobiles. It doesn't mean that you will not study. Use mobile phones for your study purpose. After completing it, just keep the mobile aside, because excess use of mobile is not good for your health, my dear. Okay. Hopefully you understood this chapter. So what was the topic of the chapter? Self-control. So now I am going to control myself. I am going to sign off from today's work. So we'll meet if possible in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.